Hey besties, welcome back to the Cozy Corner. It's your girl Jen, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm just a college student at Cal State Dominguez, and I love talking about everything books with you guys. But if you're not new here, welcome back to the chaos. I do apologize in advance for any audio or video qualities. I am currently set up on my couch right now, and I do live next to a freeway, so you will be hearing some traffic here and there, but I'm hoping to make this as clear as possible, right? So this is like the third attempt of recording this video. So as you can see, I'm posted up on my couch here. I am planning to do another reading vlog. I know in the past, you don't even have to tell me, in the past my videos have not been, my reading vlog videos have not been successful just because I keep forgetting to like record actual footage of me reading the books. I always end up just being like, oh, I'm about to start this book, and then, oh, hey besties, I just finished this book and this is my thoughts about it. So I'm going to be attempting to do a solid reading vlog. I do have some rules to break down though, right? I am planning to read a full 5 books this week. That is a hefty toll, but we're going to do our best. We are starting off with a great 189 pager here. This is To Complay by Hazelwood. It's 189 pages. I figure I can finish by this afternoon and talk about it with you guys at the end of it. I do plan to record at least 30 minutes of footage with this book so that I can have something to give you guys, right? The rules for this week, as I mentioned, are 5 books, 1 book a day. On the days that I have classes, so Tuesdays and Thursdays, I am giving myself half the book that I have to finish. So, for example, To Complay will be finished by today. God of Ruin will be done by tomorrow. And then God of Fury, half of the book will be done on Tuesday. And then the other half, plus God of War, shall be plus the first half of God of War will be finished by Wednesday. And then the latter half, the rest of it will be finished on Thursday, and then I will be hopefully starting Hunger Games, Mockingjay, and Catching Fire on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. No, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then next week I can start the prequel books and the prequel series of whatever the fuck of Hunger Games. So the reason I'm doing this is because as you guys know, if you have been all over Instagram right now, all over BookTok, all over TikTok, Sarah A. Parker came out with When the Moon Hatched, with Ballad of Falling Dragons, and I want to be able to catch up with everyone so that I don't get FOMO because I'm already here, and I also don't want any spoilers. Everybody has been raving about this book, loving this book, and I've been like, literally, like, all of my feed is just like, oh my gosh, I just read this book and it was great, and I'm like, scroll, don't even tell me about it. I don't want to know, and I don't want to know a thing about this book. Don't tell me a single thing. I want to read this book for myself without any sort of spoilers. So that is what we're doing, because as you guys know, if you have watched my June TBR video, I already have a stacked month this month. As always, 12 books is not a hefty toll, but for me currently it is. I don't know why. It's just like, it seems so daunting, and then by the time I finish it, it's gonna be like, well, that wasn't crazy, you were just like freaking the fuck out and being dramatic as always. So as I mentioned, I don't know why YouTube is being crazy right now. I'm trying to upload a video. That's why you will see me periodically checking on this, but it is just not wanting to upload, so it just is what it is. But let's go ahead and get into this video. I'm gonna go ahead and start reading To Complay, and then when I'm done with this, I will tell you my thoughts on them, and then that will wrap up my reading for today. All right, I'm hoping that this angle does better as far as the lighting goes, because the lighting that you saw prior to me making this segment was not it. Now, I am 65 pages into this book, so I figured that's a good time to talk about my thoughts. Now, I want to talk about what the book is about first before I go off on a tangent, because I have some things to say, okay? Listen, Hazelwood, you didn't mean to do this per se, but like you triggered something in me and I just have to go off about it. But first, this book basically is about 2 companies who have to come together in order to create a game. So one company is really good at combat graphics. The other company is really good at role-playing graphics, like the storyline per se. And the 2 leads of each company, or the lead of each company, they have some issues with each other. What those issues are isn't really like it's one-sided. Like one girl really or has a slight crush on this guy. She thinks he's slightly attractive. Like she kind of sees him and he ends up like popping off thoughts in her brain. She's like, oh, okay, he's cute. Like just casually walking by, right? He is disgusted by her. He makes these really disgusting like acts of whatever proclamation that he's trying to make, like whatever thought he's trying to convey to her, and it's coming off as like, this guy hates my fucking guts and I have no idea why. What did I do to this guy? Who fucking knows? She ends up having a confrontation with him and he fucking storms out. He walks out the door and closes it. Mind you, I have a fucking issue with that, okay? Because that shit happened to me. I was having an argument with my ex. Whenever I describe an ex, it's one specific person. We were having an argument and he fucking stormed out on me. That is so fucking disrespectful. You should come back and like hash this out with me together so that we can find a fucking common ground. Regardless, these fuckers aren't even together yet. My issue with this guy is, well, honestly, it's my issue. So, totally like off topic, as less details as possible. I had this random crush on this guy. Mind you, I was not socialized as a kid. I was low-key autistic as fuck, and I didn't know how to like express myself in a very like respectable and casual way. And so your girl was, it was very easily seen. Like this guy clearly was able to tell that I liked him, and it was just, I was fucking 12. Okay, listen to me. I was 12. That shit was 12 years ago, especially, and I was not great at expressing myself. Now this guy had the ick. I gave him the ick, and it was whatever. But my thing is, like, he never interacted with me. It was like a very one-sided like attraction, and every time I would try to like interact with him, it was just silent on this fucking end, like very much crickets. And I was just, the entire time I'm like, why does this guy hate my guts? Like he would just go out of his way to avoid me and like do these random things that would piss me off, and it just, but like also do it in a way to like make, like just try to avoid him. And it was just, it was very rude, okay? And I felt some very like serious insecurities by that. But regardless, I was fucking 12, okay? This fucking book, I'm sorry, you can tell I'm passionate about this, okay? Aldi Hazelwood, you triggered me. I'm going the fuck off. And honestly, like, I'm not even mad because it's a me thing. Like, I can't be mad at something that happened 12 years ago. And at this point, like, I don't care about him anymore. Like, I have zero fucking thoughts about him. Indifferent as fuck, but it's just like, this is just, I mean, I'm flabbergasted. My flabbers are gasted. In the book, some very specific scenes were at like a wedding / Christmas, like a Christmas style wedding. She ended up going, she celebrated with her family, and it was like her friend's wedding or whatever. And so she ends up trying to go home for whatever the fuck reason, or trying to like, get some fucking air. She ends up running into this guy accidentally under the mistletoe. Everyone's like, kiss, 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 blah, 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 blah. And he ends up giving her a disgusted fucking look before absolutely the fuck not comes out of his mouth. And she just looks at him like, the fucking audacity. The fucking audacity. And so she ends up going away, like going to the restroom to freshen up is what she was originally trying to do. She ended up coming back out and ends up overhearing him talk to her cousin or something like that. And basically her cousin was being like, hey guy, you didn't have to be that harsh. You didn't have to be that rude. Like, that's my cousin. Like, be nice. And he's like, it's better this way. I can't be around, something along those lines of like, I can't be around her. I couldn't have done that. Like, it's better this way. Like, I just can't fucking stand her. And she's just like, the fucking audacity. Like, I'm sorry, but like, that shit pissed me the fuck off. She ended up so by the way, again, they're on this fucking retreat to try and like see if they can work together for this fucking game that they're trying to create. But mind you, both of the leads, like the female lead and the main lead, are also the leaders of their company. They're very like passionate about the specific game they're trying to create because it's based off a book that they both really, really liked as a kid, like really loved. And so they're trying to like do a winter retreat to like find common ground because everybody in the company hates the other person. Like, the both companies are very much rivals, very much feuding every fucking day of the week, and they're trying to find some common ground in order to make this game. She ends up running into him in the bedroom, or no, sorry, not in the bedroom, the library, because she after hearing some very disrespectful, rude things, she went to the library to try to calm down, and of course he's fucking there, and she's like, in her brain, she's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. He ends up seeing her like with this very like not flabbergasted, but like very like not outrageous, but like she's upset. She's viscerally and visibly upset. And he's like, are you okay? And she just fucking loses it. She's like, you know what? You and your fucking company, blah, 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 blah. And basically like rehashes what she just heard from outside. And she's like, if you fucking have these thoughts, then I forget what the fuck the rest of the words that she said. He got up and walked to the fucking door. And so she grabbed his arm like, hey, don't fucking walk out on this conversation. And he like, basically just shoves his hand out of her grasp. Sorry, that was like a click through my brain. But she's like, what is your problem with me, dude? Like, what is wrong with you? I've never done anything. She goes on a fucking like tangent and like, I don't have AIDS. I don't have fucking cuties. Like, I get my yearly checkup. So it's like, I brush my teeth once a day or twice a day, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, are you done? Cuts her off in the middle of her fucking sentence. Are you done? And she's like, the fucking audacity. And she's like, she's like, what is your fucking problem with me, dude? Like, I've never done anything to you. And he's like, what do you mean I don't have a problem? Yes, you the fuck you do. And blah, 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 blah. Again, he tries to run out on this fucking conversation. She grabs his arm again, and he ends up like more aggressively this time, like shoving his hand out of her grasp. And she just like looks at him like, I'm sorry, like I don't mean anything by it, but he just walks out. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm so fucking pissed, you guys. Okay. Calm, okay? Calm. We are a third of this way. We are the third of the way through this book. He has 2/3. He has 120 pages left to convince me that he's a decent guy. He did in the morning talk to his team and be like, listen, and like in front of everybody, in front of the book company, she was like, listen guys, you need to get your fucking shit together. I don't care what you guys think. This is not a us versus them. This is a us and them. We need to be able to work together because the bigger companies out there, we're both indie companies. We're small fries at best. The bigger companies out there can easily come and swoop and take our fucking place. So I really want this game to work out. The other company really wants this game to work out. And if y'all are going to fucking make this hard on me, y'all can get fired. And she basically stands up and was like, to her company, she's like, I fucking agree. Everything this guy said completely stands on my side. And then the CEOs of both companies are like, yep, whatever the fuck they say goes. Like, y'all are going to be fired if y'all can't hash this shit out. Yeah. So far, she's got my go. I'm sorry. I'm triggered. And I'm just going to keep reading this, and then I'll come back when I have more thoughts. But yeah, I'm triggered as fuck. I need a drink. I don't have any alcohol with me, but fuck, I need a drink. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to go read more. Bye, guys. Okay, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I need more. This is actually a 5-star for me. My flappers are still gasted, and I'm in love with Jessie. Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Okay, I fear I may have what is that word? Internalized the FMC and the MMC a bit too much. See, going back to what I was mentioning earlier, where I had this crush on this guy at 12 years old and he hated my guts for it, this is the ending I fucking deserved, okay? Let me just fucking tell you. Okay, so yeah, I fear I ate this up. I don't even know what time it is. I don't know what time it is. It's probably past 8:30, but I started this roughly 3-ish hours ago, and I finished this just eating this up. Honestly, the way that this ended, I really wish we would have gotten an epilogue. Usually, Allie Hazelwood will have an epilogue for her characters, where it's like 6 months later, and then 4 years later, or something like that. I needed the after. So, in this book, we are essentially, as I mentioned, we're going to a retreat. We're trying to connect the company and whatever the fuck, and we do that. But there's more, right? So they go home after the trip, and they end up leaving on time, even though the day before they were like totally snowed in. They leave on time. They get back to their cars in the parking lot, and they end up having a like see you later, or no, they don't even have a see you later. They have a come back to my place situation, and I'm like, that's it. They literally say, let's take this person's car? No. It can't fucking stop there. Okay, listen. Allie Hazelwood, I literally love your writing. There's a very specific word in sentence in here that I loved. I'm not going to remember it later, so I'm not going to, and I didn't highlight it, of course, so I'm not going to try to like say, oh, I'll put it up here somewhere. No, I really loved this person's, the FMC's, personality. She's very quick with it. She's very like, her intrusive thoughts don't exist. They just come out. And 5 stars, Allie Hazelwood. You did it again. Surprisingly, for a novella that is 187 pages long, there are notes. I can't say there's no notes, no words to say, because I want more. Allie Hazelwood, I need a part 2. Yeah. So I'm going to say I'm tired as fuck. I'm going to go to bed, and I'm just going to cry because I want more of Jessie and Viola. It is pronounced Viola because her nickname is V. I need more of this. Yeah. The way that this was so gentle, in the way that the female character takes charge in intimate scenes, I correlate to a lot. little bit TMI out of me personally, but I usually am the one to take charge with literally everything, whether it comes to like asking the person out outright or being the one to initiate certain things and intimate positions. And I'm just like, I'm that bitch, right? And so for the FMC to do it in such a cautious, careful, intimate way to let the MMC know that she isn't gonna run away at the fucking drop of a hat, that this isn't just sex without intimacy for her after he's been pining for her for fucking years and thought she had a boyfriend the whole fucking time, and then she actually casually rejected him by accident without even thinking about it. He was like, "Do you want coffee?" She's like, "No, it's okay. I'm not tired. I'll be awake on the way home. Promise. Trust." Yeah, yeah, no. I fear I ate this up, and what am I even reading next? I'm reading dark romance. Oh my god, that will be funny as fuck. Okay, we have Sweet. We have Ali Hazelwood. We have all these things. We're delving into the devil tomorrow morning. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. All right, apologies for the level of disarray that I am in. Okay, it's Monday. We did what we did today. We did what we were supposed to do. We did what we set out to do. I finished, technically I started it a couple of days ago, just casually reading it on Kindle Unlimited, but I actually listened to the audiobook version and read some of it on my breaks at work and blah, blah, blah. Little, just to say, I had a very, very short, casual, slow, had a lot of time on my hands day at work, if you know what I'm saying. If you're a medical assistant in the medical field, you'll kind of understand. Let's just say I had a lot of time to get shit done today, reading wise. And I finished God of Ruin. This was Landon and Mia's story. And if you don't know, or if you haven't read the series, Mia is part of it's a lot, so much. Let's just say that there's two different schools that are rivals with each other. We have an American-based school with a couple of like British sounding people who attend there, and then on the other side we have a very British school with a couple of American students that go there. That being said, within the group of friends from both schools, this was Landon's and Mia's story. Mia had a very, very traumatic experience when she was a kid, and she is totally mute. She's able to hear everything just fine. She just signs in order to, like, her way of speaking is signing, if that makes sense. Landon is basically Glendon's sibling, who is a like artist, but her entire family is like part of some art, sort of like they're art people, if that makes sense. Like Glendon is a painter, Landon is a sculptor, and then Brandon paints like landscapes and stuff, whatever. But Landon, oh my god, he's a freaking psychopath. He has what is it called? Antisocial personality disorder, if that makes sense. So he has a very hard time experiencing emotions the same way that other people do. Mia is just like out for blood with this guy. She's like, I freaking hate him. He's such an asshole. He's done this, that, and the third to my family, to my besties, and blah, blah, blah. We don't like him. They eventually like develop this relationship, and she eventually is able to get over her trauma and process that and heal from that. And there's this specific scene that happens when they're confronting the person responsible for her trauma in the past. And there's a very specific scene where Landon gets shot, and her way of like, she screams his name. I'm gonna start crying because what the fuck? She screams his name just viscerally because she's about to lose her mans. She's about to lose her mans at the very, very end. Sorry, this is like a minor spoiler. Or huge, depending on how you look at it, right? But then, yeah, it had me by the fucking throat. 4.75 stars, 100%, definitely recommend it. Today, like after I finished that shit, I was like, all right, I've been waiting for this story. I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. God of Fury, here we are. We are sat, we are listening, we are here for you. This is Brandon, Landon's twin, Brandon and Landon and Glendon, crazy like triplet type of name. So this is Brandon and Nikolai's story. I love Nikolai. I don't know what it is about the very, very crazy, unhinged characters. We got Harley Quinn, we got Jinx from Arcane Legends, we got Sin Wilder from the Ruthless Boy series, and now like top 4 over here is Nikolai. He is just ADHD coded, insane, crazy, just does what he wants on a fucking whim. He is just, we love him. He's very expressive, let's just say that. He's also a bit of a man whore, but like he's a crazy man whore. I don't want to say too much, but I do want to set the scene. Okay, so Brandon is chasing after his brother Landon in this like not Hunger Games, but like hunted style game of initiation to get into the Heathens Club. The Heathens Club is ran by the American led friend group. So like we have Killian, we have blanking hard here, but like we have Jeremy, we have Gareth, and we have a couple of other people, and Nikolai is part of it too. They end up hosting an initiation every so often, and they like to do this like hunter hunted type of like game. So Brandon ends up taking part in this, and he ends up like obviously running into to Nikolai, and then he's manhandled and taken back to the mansion. But also not like he is manhandled, but then like Brandon is under the assumption that he's going to take him to Landon, and so he ends up following him. And there's a specific scene that like Nikolai has Brandon on his lap, and Brandon's like very, very uncomfortable. He's been straight his entire life. He doesn't like boys, and then he ends up liking Nikolai, and then blah blah blah. I'm at the part like there's so much. Nikolai is very, very good at riling people up to get what he wants. Like he's very like trigger coded. He will trigger the fuck out of you into getting a response because that's all he wants. He just wants a response. And eventually Brandon like breaks down, accepts some certain things that happen, and now the part that I'm at right now, like girls, I'm so fucking sad. I finished half the book today. I finished half the fucking book today. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's going wild. They're at their first like official joining of intimacy, and it's very rough. It's like they're angry, they're hate fucking, and Brandon is just trying to get Nikolai to let off steam, but he's also never been effed in the ass before, and Nikolai is trying to like wean him in, and he's just like, nah, just ram me in, bro. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm cheesy. Like, you guys, I had to go on a run after work. I usually will say, oh, I'll do a run in the morning. I never wake up in the morning because I have to get up early, and if I have to get up earlier, I'm like, fuck that, I'm gonna go sleep in a little bit. And then when I get home, I'm usually really tired because all the traffic that has me going crazy. Today, the way I was going home, just fucking like pent up. I had to do something. I had to go out. I had to run. I had to do something. So here I am. I'm not like a good runner yet. I'm trying to get back there. Every freaking day of the month, I'm over like, oh, I'm just trying to get back to my 4-mile run, blah blah blah. Cause like I did running for a while. Okay, did running for a while. I got up to 4 miles and then I blew out my fucking hip. Yeah, it wasn't great. It was whatever. So every fucking day of the week, I'm trying to like get myself back into it, but it always fails, and I'm always trying to do it, but it never fucking works. But regardless, it was like a running and walking situation, but the entire time I'm like listening to this fucking audiobook between Nikolai and Brandon, and I'm like, oh my god, popcorn. I can't get enough of it. I might finish it tonight. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I will get back to you guys with my thoughts when I have more thoughts, or if I finish the book, whether that's tonight or tomorrow. I couldn't find any time or will to like escape the book in order to talk to you guys about this before. So technically we are like 1.5 books down today. That's wild. That's actually crazy for me personally. But I'm going to talk to you guys tomorrow, and when I have more thoughts, I'll tell you guys about them. All right, besties, it is Tuesday, and I'm very surprised because I finished God of Fury, and yeah, I ate that shit up. Oh my god. Yeah, I understand now. I completely understand why this is everybody's favorite freaking book of the series. I can't say much because there's huge spoilers, but definitely if you are a SA and or KMS survivor and you have these triggers, I would definitely maybe, if you're not up to it, maybe I wouldn't read this book. It's a lot. We have Killian, I'm sorry, not Killian, that's like the first book. We have Nikolai and Brandon, and as you guys know, if you don't know, this is a male love story. Brandon is very against his sexuality. He's definitely like demisexual, asexual, does not have sex unless he's like really into the person, but he's also like been stereotypically told his entire life that loving the same sex is not okay. And of course, you love who you love, like regardless of who it is. Even if like reproducing is like a whole issue, that's like the main focal point. There are things around that nowadays with the modern science that we have, right? So I will say their love story is very much a toxic one. I was crying. It was the push and pull. It was the will they, won't they. It was the please stop fucking with each other and being on each other's throats and just love each other already. It was a lot. I won't lie. It was a lot. 5 fucking stars if I just have to fucking say. I am currently like 20 seconds into God of Wrath. Sorry, not God of Wrath. God of... What book am I reading? God of War. There we go. This is the last book in the Legacy of God story, or a series rather. I do plan to finish this by tomorrow. because it's only 7 hours long, and I feel like, knowing me, easily able to be put away in a day. So I will come back to you guys with more thoughts, but 100% Nikolai and Brandon's story is my favorite. And I really wish I had besties who were into dark romance like that and who have read the series, because 100% I would be kicking them over the fact that I just love Nikolai. If Nikolai were a real person, I would be all over him. And I really wish, like, I feel like, minus the actual possibility of going to jail, I feel like I could be Nikolai in another life, just because he's absolutely crazy. He does not think before he does. There is no intrusive thought. He just does it. It's batshit insane, and I love him, and I love it. And I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that scene within the last hour or two of the book. Let's just say that. But regardless, I'm going to go do some homework. I have to get ready for work tomorrow, so I will come back to you guys when I have more thoughts about God of War. It's going to be a fucking doozy. Let's just say that. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Alright, besties, it is Thursday, and I know I missed a day, and that's okay. I was really busy on Wednesday, and so here I am on Thursday to give you guys my feedback and update. I did indeed finish and love to death, actually, God of War. I can't believe I had such a visceral reaction in my car this morning on the way to class, on the way to school. I was within the last hour and a half or so. It's always like the last 2 hours of the book that really just hooks me in my heart. So if you don't know, Ava, and this is Ava's and Eli's story, and they're not really talked about throughout the rest of the series. They're briefly mentioned. You don't really get a sense of a character, of their, like, personality type, or what they like, what they don't like, what they are like, what they're not like, etc. All we know is that Eli is a very big asshole, has ASPD, and that Ava just loves to party. That's all you kind of really get to know about her in him. But in the first book, or rather in this book, you're kind of like, how do I describe this? Within the first couple of chapters of the book, you are in Ava's point of view, and she's at a party, she's having a good time, then she ends up going home, and she possibly gets into a car crash. Then it proceeds to 2 years later, and Ava's in the hospital for falling down the stairs. Ava is like known for, not known, but like Ava has a like severe case of psychosis, psychotic episodes, and a whole bunch of other like mental issues where she's like forgets certain things, and then she has like these very like rage-filled like fits, and then other stuff. Like, she's definitely got a lot going on. She's in the hospital. She doesn't remember anything from the last 2 years, and suddenly she's married to Eli. Mind you, she loves this guy. She really has a crush on him, but he's such an asshole that, like, as her in her childhood, in like her early teens, early adult years, like, he was just such an asshole to her. And so she's like, how the fuck am I married to this guy? Like, of all people, why him? And like, her father is like, yeah, I literally told you not to marry him, blah blah blah, but like, this is what you wanted, so like, here you are, you're stuck with him. So when she gets discharged from the hospital, she ends up going with him, but again, she doesn't remember anything, and so he's kind of playing like the aloof, asshole-ish character that he used to be when he was like, when she's able to like remember him as, if that makes sense. Like, basically, he's trying to be the same character that he was when they were still in their teen years or whatever. A lot happens later, and she eventually ends up getting her memories back, but it's a lot. It's a lot. If you are triggered by scenes or mentions or great details of SA and or KMS, not allowed to say this on YouTube, I would maybe avoid this specific book, but I will say it was definitely a 5 stars for me. Between this book, I want to say, like, since I finished the series, book-wise, God of Fury was definitely my favorite. Of course, it just has to be. Like, I understand why all the girly pops on Book Talk and Bookstagram, BookTube, whatever, are in love with Nikolai's and Brandon's story. God of War is a close second for me character-wise, but as far as like my favorite books in order, I did like God of Malice, but like, they're not my favorite couple, so they are in the bottom, but it's not like because they're bad. It's like, it's still a good book. Highly recommend it. To God of Pain wasn't really, no, honestly, Yeah, God of Pain wasn't really it for me either. I did love Annika and Creighton. I think this is their story. I did enjoy it, but it's not like my favorite, right? Then there was God of Ruin. Really liked that one. God of, what was the other one? I'm missing one here. Mm, God of Malice, God of, oh, God of Wrath. Whose book was that? That was Jeremy and, oh, I really liked Jeremy's story with, who is it? Jeremy and Cecily? Is it Cecily? I think I did like their story. Better than Creighton's though. They're like bottom two for me, but again, still good. And then of course God of Fury and God of War. Yeah, definitely highly recommend the series. It is indeed a like dark romance. Like there's a lot of mentions of things that you probably wouldn't want in your healthy love of your life relationship. It's possessive, it's obsession, it's assholishness to 10. It's a lot. It's a lot. But if you are into dark romance, I can definitely say to give it a go. That being said, I finished that this morning. I only had, like I said, like an hour left of it, and I ended up finishing it right before class. And so when I was on the way home today and after class today, I delved into, wait for it, The Hunger Games. Yeah, look at this pretty edition, by the way. We have sprayed edges with this beautiful, like, red leaf pattern, and actually all of the books have the same pattern, but just in different colors. Excuse me, sir, you are going to fall. I do not wish for you to injure yourself. That would not be great. Here, let me help you out. Let me help you out, buddies. Daily hello pic from Echo. This is Echo. He's such a crazy guy. Here you go, buddies. We'll do crazy Echo stuff. Yeah, so I started Hunger Games. If you are living under a rock, we are essentially following a girl who ends up taking her little sister's place to partake in a free-for-all death challenge in order to, well, she has no choice, but like the reward is basically like free food for her family who's very impoverished. Very, very basic plot synopsis. That's like spoiler free. But yeah, Hunger Games trilogy. Surprisingly, I have not read any of the books in the Hunger Games universe, but because not ballad. Sunrise on the Reaping is coming out soon, so I do want, or it's already out already, to be honest. No, I don't think it's out yet, but I do want to be able to catch up and like watch the show. I'm actually planning to see if I can't find the Hunger Games like movie on here, on this little Roku TV here, and if I can, I will definitely be watching it tonight, just to kind of give me like a little refresh while I'm reading the book. But I'm at the part where the actual Hunger Games is happening. This is the first night. There's like, so Katniss Everdeen has gone to sleep. She's woken up by the sounds of a fire, like crackling and like wood stuff. And then the person who ended up setting that fire to like, you know, go like campfire stuff, ends up getting found, ends up getting killed. And I'm pretty sure this is when like she's gonna see PETA, and then like the bees, and then the fire, and then like you guys know people who have read Hunger Games, who have watched the show, who have watched the movie. There hasn't been a show, but who has watched the movie understand what's going on. But I'm gonna finish this by tonight because there's only 3 hours left of the book so far, of the book. So yeah, I'll give you my thoughts about it tomorrow. But I already expect to really like this because I did really like the movie. But that's gonna be it for me. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the movie or read some more, so you'll either see a montage of me reading or you won't, and then I'll give you my thoughts about it tomorrow. But I am really hoping, fingers crossed, that on Saturday, I believe I'll be watching. Oh, you know what? That's actually a really good way to end this video vlog, this reading vlog. I want to do a montage of me reading Mockingjay, and then give you my thoughts because I already know it's gonna fucking take me by the throat, punch me against the wall, and like throw me out the window 3 stories up. Like I already know. It's just, I remember watching not Breaking Dawn. Oh my god, ew, gross. I remember watching Mockingjay Part 1 and 2, and it's a fucking doozy. But one more thing I wanted to mention, I personally am a fan of Chili's $6 margarita drinks. Every month I go and try a new drink, and this I'll have it up here. I forgot what it's called. But this will be a taste test. Not bad. I can't tell you what it tastes like because like most of their $6 drinks are pink. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they were all just the same drink. Change the color a little bit, change the flavoring slightly, and then like, you know, still call it $6. But hey, we're a college student hack. Here you go. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Okay, besties, it is Monday, and or no, is it? Yes, Monday is Monday. And I won't lie, I did finish the Hunger Games trilogy, I think, on Saturday, but I completely forgot to film an outro. So here I am. Mockingjay. Oh my eye! How? Why did I do that? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. It was itchy, and I paid the price for itching my eye hole, my eyeball. Anyways, Mockingjay, of course, as you know, was awesome. And we're essentially just like wrapping up the whole defeat of the big bad. It is definitely different in the books than the movie. I don't recall a certain character dying. I do know that Finnick dies. I just don't recall how he dies. Of course, when I read the book, I was like, oh, okay, so that's how he goes out. There is a specific character that I was like, how'd you even get here? We're like a billion miles away. How'd you show up here? And I had to like look up online on Reddit to see like how that whole thing worked out, because it did play a significant role in Katniss's like decisions moving on from that point, but I just didn't realize that had happened. So I guess wrapping this whole thing up, we did indeed do our I think in total we read three six I want to say we read 6 books this week, which was pretty good. It was like 6 out of 6. Definitely awesome. I do want to do a little like honorable mention because I didn't have the Kindle version of Mockingjay. I was reading Hexed by Emily Mcintire. And if you know me, I'm not really a huge fan of her books. I just don't think they're for me. If you've never read the Never After series, they're essentially just dark romance retellings of like Beauty and the Beast and freaking Hunchback of Notre Dame. And Hexed is the Little Mermaid, but like told from Vanessa's point of view. This is Vanessa and Eric's love story, I guess. And I won't lie, I actually kind of liked it. This girl is very crazy. Well, not crazy, but like she works for her father, or no, she works for her uncle. Her uncle's very twisted, and he essentially sends her out to do his dirty work, and she very much enjoys it. Okay, let me tell you, she's a happy girl. She loves doing torture. She loves doing all these crazy things. And her sister's fiance, I forget his name. We're just gonna Enzo. There we go. He ends up helping her carry out some of her misdoings, and like it's not like, oh, I'll do this for you, baby girl. It's like, I'll do this with you, and it's good. It's good. It's good. I kind of recommend you going to read it. But yeah, I guess I would make 7 out of 7. I guess. I want to say this is one of my more successful reading vlogs. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel later when I'm editing in this whole shenanigans, but I'm gonna just head out. And you'll see me for my another video. If you have made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload a brand new video, usually every Saturday. And if you liked this video, go ahead and like the video. And if comment down below if you have read any of these books. Hopefully you've read like the Hunger Games, at least as like a, I don't know, like some kids were doing, like they had to read it for English class or whatever for during like middle school or whatever. But if you read any of these books and you enjoyed them, go ahead and talk about them with me in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.